we are entering the application energy reviews. In this application, we can choose between different languages. I will select the English language. Since this is the demo version of the application, we only need to type the username. And I will now press the enter button. And we are now in the application. Here we are talking about the database of around 750,000 buyers. So in this option, parameters, we can define the parameters, and here we can choose between the period type or the subsystem, or for example period, where we can select different periods. And in the option period type, we can choose between continuous time period or discontinuous time period. And in the subsystem option, we can choose between the household, business, or household plus business. We can select the period we want. So in the first column, we have different months. And in the right one, we can choose the year we want. So I will leave it as it is, January 2007 to December 2007. We can also choose different locations. And here in this table, we can see different locations in Belgrade. So we will select all of them, and I will now click the accept button. And once more the accept button, and I will now continue with showing our functions. This application contains 18 different functions, which can be seen after we have selected and defined parameters. So I will now show you the first function, which is electric energy sale in kilowatt hours per month. So here we have different months such as January, February, March, etc. Here is the legend, and below we have different categories such as high voltage, middle voltage, low voltage, wide consumption of the households, etc. And in the end we can see the total number. We can also change the appearance of the graphic. For example, I will choose the appearance type 3, or for example appearance type 4. And as you can see, the function was opened in less than 2 seconds. So I will now exit our first function, and before opening the second one, I would like to redefine the parameters. So I will choose, for example, June 2007, and I will tick this checkbox, so we will see our function in a smaller window. I will now click the accept button. So I'm opening the second function, which is electric energy sale in dinars per month. We can see the smaller window, and we can see the months we have defined: January, February, March, April, May, June. Here we have the legend on the right side, and we have also different categories: high voltage, middle voltage, low voltage. And if we go to the bottom of the page and to the right, we can see the total number of the categories we have already mentioned. So I will now exit the second function, and before I enter the third one, I will again redefine the parameters and select the December of 2007, and I will also tick the option initially maximized windows, so we will see the third function in a larger window. Our third function is electric energy sale in kilowatt hours per location. And as you can see, the window is much larger now. On the left side, we can see the total electric energy sale in kilowatt hours per location. And you can see here different locations in Belgrade. On the right side, we can see the total electric energy sale in kilowatt hours per consumption categories. Below, we can see categories such as location and different places in Belgrade. And on the right, we have high voltage, middle voltage, low voltage, etc. And at the bottom of the page, we have our total value. We can also change the appearance of the graphic. For example, the left one can look like this, and the right one can have this appearance. So I'm exiting the third function and moving on to the fourth one, which is electric energy sale in dinars per location. So on the left side, we have total energy sale in dinars per location, and on the right, we have total energy sale in dinars per consumption categories. Below, we can see also different categories: high voltage, middle voltage, low voltage, common consumption, neon signs, public lights, etc. And on the bottom of the page, we can see the total amount. I will now continue with the fifth function, which is energy sizes, which is opened in a large window. And in this function, we can see the values for the high voltage, middle voltage, low voltage. And since the maximum hourly usage is 720 hours, we can see the number of 306 shown in this graphic for the high voltage, middle voltage, and low voltage. We have also different categories such as active energy for the higher voltage or the middle voltage, or for example reactive energy, etc. I'm exiting the fifth function and moving on to the function financial sizes. On the left side, we can see the option debit per invoice element, and on the right side, we can see the option debit per consumption category. So consumption categories are high voltage, middle voltage, low voltage, etc. And the options on the right are active energy, realization by tariff group, fixed fee, total. And in the bottom of the page, we can see the amount where we have calculated, for example, fixed fee, discount, purchase tax, etc. You can also change the appearance of the graphic, and this function was opened in around 1 second. I'm continuing with the function of the energy sizes of electric energy sale per month. So here we can see different categories on the left, such as high voltage, middle voltage, low voltage, neon signs, public lights, and on the right we can see the total amount. And we will now open the last function for today, which is gross realization. On the left, we have the gross realization enlarged for the fixed fee, and on the right, we have gross realization for different locations in Belgrade. And below, we have different consumption categories, such as approved discount, realization enlarged for the fixed fee, realization minus discounts, tax, and if we move to the right, we can see our total amount. Thank you very much for your attention.